There is lots of digital media news and updates. And so I'm so glad you're here because my name is Eileen Smith and I'm your digital media tour guide. So please subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification so you can keep up with all the updates like the ones we're going to cover today, starting off with Twitter and the updates that are going on with the news feed over there on Twitter. So why don't we start off with that right now? And so if you've used the Twitter app over the last couple of years, even on desktop, you know that they made an update about 2 years ago now that that forced all of us into viewing our tweets with an algorithm where Twitter would pick the tweets that they thought we were most interested in. And we all know everybody hates algorithms, right? So it was kind of like a little bit of an uproar, but folks always have uproar whenever there's changes to our favorite social media apps. And so Twitter made this change. And they dictated to us what we would see. Facebook has an algorithm like this. Of course, Instagram has an algorithm like this as well. And don't get me started on Google. Okay, but as a result of listening, they said they've been listening to us, our wonderful tweeples. And Twitter has decided that they would give us the option to turn off that algorithmic timeline. So let's get started first by showing you how that works. So let me head over. I'm going to do it from mobile because most of these updates that we're talking about today will be on mobile. So you head over to your profile on mobile. All right. And I'm pretty sure it's not under edit profile. Where would it be? It's going to be under your settings somewhere. Okay, it would be good if I remembered where it was, hiding. So we may have to do this on desktop because I know where it's hiding on desktop. Oh, Eileen, you're so funny. I took care of it on desktop, and so let's do it on desktop, because I know where it is on there. All right, so let's get that up and running. Okay, under desktop, it is under your settings and privacy. All right, so let's get the right screen share going on here. And here under settings and privacy, scroll down to the section for content, and this is the same section that you're going to look for on your phone. And before we leave this stream today, I'm going to find it on the phone, but for now, let's just check it out on desktop. Under the section that's called content, all right, here's the option right here. And I'll scroll in so you can see that a little bit better. All right, where it says, show the best tweets first. Okay, so that's where you would turn off the option because it's turned on by default. So you just uncheck that, click Save Changes, it confirms your password, then you go back to your home feed, and you'll see that these tweets that came in were like from 39 seconds ago and things like that. All right, 5 seconds ago and so forth. So, there's my tweet. All right, yay. Hey guys, if you're in the audience now, why don't you retweet this over here on Twitter where I said that I'm live. Okay, let me come back on cam. I see that there's some folks here, and I would love it if you would go ahead and there's Tish saying, I'm ready. Yay, Eileen Morning Fame. Thank you, Tish. Thanks so much. And also we have here my darling Andrew Hatchett is saying, good morning, ladies. All right, we're going to change that font so that it doesn't wrap around so much. I'm using EcammLive for those of you who are not familiar with it. It is my favorite tool for bringing up these comments and doing the screen sharing during my live streams. And then Andrew said, and gentlemen, I don't know if any other gentlemen are here yet, but I see there's a few people that haven't commented yet. So go ahead and let your voice be heard here in the comment section. Okay, so I noticed after I made this change on Twitter, and I actually did a little bit of a Twitter live audio, and we're going to come right back to that in a second. But I noticed right after I made that change, I didn't like the tweets that I was seeing. I didn't like them, not one bit. So I went right back over into my profile. And I'm going to do it again right now because I don't want to forget. And I went back into settings and privacy. And I turned it back on that I want to see the best tweets first, because it just gave me a better timeline. And hey, Barb is here. Hi, dear. Thank you for joining as well. So it gave me a better timeline. So let's go back to my timeline, see if I see something that looks a little bit more appealing. There's Dryer Buzz. Love, love, love seeing her. And then the Pharmacy Podcast Network folks. And I think because I engage with them, they like my tweets. I'm liking their tweets. Casey Neistat, he always has some good Twitter things going on. Lilac Bullock. Another one, Jen Lerner. I mean, just all these folks that are probably in my Twitter list as well. And so Twitter knows. Twitter knows best. That was the title of my live stream when I did the live audio on Twitter. So I would love to hear from you. Guys, I know, like especially Tish, she is a Twitter user, very avid, and so is Barb. Andrew, I'm not sure, maybe not so much on Twitter, but anyone else who's here, I would love to know. And if you're watching the replay here, leave me a comment. Do you use Twitter? How do you feel about being able to change the timeline? Okay, so the next thing I want to tell you also about Twitter. And let's see what Andrew said. Twitter reminds me of confetti. Too much stuff, too often, all over the place. We all have our preferences, don't we? You know, I like Twitter because, for one, I can get my news from Twitter. And I do find that it's quick because of that real-timeness of Twitter. It's good to have conversations with folks. So Carla is saying how much she loves Twitter. Hey, Carla Jenkins. Yes, Carla is another avid tweeter. Yep, and Twitter will probably show me Carla's tweets as well when she tweets something that they think that I would be interested in. So good for you, Carla. Thank you so much for all your support on Twitter and other places as well. And so the next thing that I want to show you guys, I actually rebooted my phone to see if I could get this working again, because it all depends upon if any of your friends are going live. I told you I was going to come back to the live streaming. Okay, and I love this hashtag. Although Tish is the official hashtagologist, I also love this hashtag that Carla has. Hashtag shared. Thank you, Carla. Okay, and Twitter is fine for working folks. Us retired have more time. Okay, gotcha. Yes, I will say it is for folks who are in a rush. Now, with that said, and thanks for the like too, whoever gave me that thumbs up. Guys, keep giving those likes. YouTube, for some reason, thinks that's important. I found that it's really hard to, hey, Larry Snow, it is really hard to find a lot of younger, and when I say younger, let me clarify what I mean by that. With my day job, I use Twitter, and we are trying to get new folks involved in the process that we do there. And so we're talking about college students. And college students are not huge fans of Twitter. The ones that are on there are private accounts. So that does no good for what I was using it for anyway. But I think there are a lot of folks that will use it just to get news and things like that, especially, looking at Twitter's trends, because the trends are also customized for you. I think that's an awesome thing that people can get from Twitter, even if they don't use it regularly. Now, I got to give a shout out to Shardful Gaming. I thought I saw him post somewhere that he's growing his YouTube channel. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. And keep up the good work. And also, I love it when anybody comes over and says, I love this channel. Thank you so much. Be sure to give it a thumbs up on this video. And then Barb says, for me, it's timelessness that counts on getting info. I return to real-time feed. Okay, great. Now, another thing I want to say about that. It also highly depends on how many people you're following. And how long you've been on the platform. Oh my gosh. Lisa Irby is here. OMG. Lisa Irby, for those of you who don't know, is a legend. It was when I first started looking for videos on blogging, especially how the difference between WordPress.com and regular WordPress, and the difference between WordPress and Blogger. And I saw one of Lisa Irby's videos, and I was like, I want to be like you one day. So it is my honor to have you here in the audience today, my dear. Make sure you all connect with one another, and especially make sure that you are following Lisa Irby and her new ventures, which are in the passive income and profits for t-shirts and making other kinds of items, making your own physical products. Whew! Something that most of us don't think about doing. And also, I got to say hello to Friar Wade. What's happening? How are you? Thank you so much for joining today. And you might notice that I'm looking off to the side here because I just remembered I forgot to pop out the chat. So it's going to take me a second to get that together. All right. Because, YouTube, they got one thing is over here, one thing is over there. So I had to get back to this video. Okay. I got it now, and let me pop this chat out because I like to have my chat popped out just in case. The software that I'm using, which is EcammLive, they actually give me a chat window, but sometimes I just like to have a different look of the real YouTube chat. Okay, and my hashtagologist never fails me, and Tish Rosales has said, let's see if I can get that pinned really quickly. Lisa Irby legend. Yes, thank you, Tish, for the wonderful hashtags at all times. And Regina has come back to spend some Sunday morning live streaming fun with us. Hi, guys. Regina, you guys follow her? She's awesome. She's got awesome content. Okay. All right, so let's get back to Twitter and the live streaming. All right, so Twitter Live. Now you can go live with audio. I don't know if you guys all know that. I know some of you do, but I just want to make sure you know how to do it. It's pretty simple, but hey. Let's go up to the tweet button, and you click on live. Okay, you're going to type in what you're going to tweet about, and I'm just going to say demo. All right. Now I have to go back to that image icon because I had them all there before, but when I typed in my title, then that made everything collapse. So now I have to go back to that. Now I'm going to go to the live now. It looks like the Periscope logo, okay? So you're going to click that on. Now, it looks like I'm going to go live video, but that's okay. We're going to click that microphone. Let me make it so you guys can see the microphone. See the microphone right over the top of the go live? Click the microphone. So now I can go live via the mic. All right, so hey guys, please come over and join me over on YouTube. We are having a fantastic conversation with the updates for digital media for September 2018. And you can find that YouTube station at eileen.link/TV. So come on over and hang with us. All right, now notice I clicked the X, but also the camera appeared. And for some reason, it's not letting me do it right now, but it should flip back and forth so that I can go live via video. But it didn't do it today. That's okay. We're not gonna fret over it. It's done it in the past. Maybe they stopped letting folks flip back and forth. So I'm just going to stop the broadcast. Okay. So here's the other thing that I want to show you. When you are on Twitter, see at the top in this blue box, it says see new tweets. If one of my people that I follow, I'm going to come back on cam. If someone that I follow were live right now, it would say, see what's live. See what's live. Instead of saying see new tweets, it would say see what's live. And if you open up your Twitter app, it may still show you that I was live, okay? Oh, maybe because your camera is in use. I think, and it also could be because I'm doing the demo and the software that I'm using. I'm not sure. It was working, and I showed it in a demo before. I don't know why it didn't work today, but that's okay. We don't have to go back and forth. The point that I was trying to make is that now they're coming up to the top of the stream, of your Twitter stream. So, for example, I took a screenshot, and I actually edited this screenshot because I wanted to share it with the person who was live yesterday. So I'll show you this screenshot that I took yesterday. I was out at one of my daughter's events, and I was getting ready to go live and, share some of the event. And I looked, and it said, see what's live, and I scrolled up to the top, and here our friend Todd Cochran, who is with Blueberry. He's one of my podcasters and my podcasting buddies that I follow. He also is in the Podcasting Hall of Fame, and he's the one who runs the Podcasting People's Choice Awards. Okay, I had to get all that out. I can't just say Todd Cochran, right? So anyway, Todd Cochran was live on 2 different Twitter accounts yesterday because he's got the magic of Wirecast and the TriCaster and all that. And when I scrolled up to the very top, see, I'm at the home. See home at the top of the page there? It showed me his live video. So Twitter is giving preference to live video and audio. So if you're going to go live, now, I don't want to split hairs about what to call it. It's Periscope, but it's also Twitter, okay? You can open the Periscope app or open the Twitter app, and it puts you in the same place. Now, if you open the Periscope app, I don't think you can do the audio. The audio piece is only available if you open it from the Twitter app, and it's only on mobile, and unfortunately, it's only on iOS. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so wait, there's a couple of comments that I have not too bad we can't add custom images to audio live cast. Not yet. Baby steps. Barb, I understand that this was put together in some kind of a hackathon, a one-day hackathon. I don't know the details of it, but I heard it on 2 different occasions that this was a one-day hackathon, and this developer just hacked this thing together. And so I think Twitter is going to wait to see how we use it, if we like it and all of that, and then they can start iterating on it, because the Periscope is still there. So, and I just realized I did not put up any comments from Friar Wade yet. Friar Wade, find a stock. I got to get to work. I subscribe to you all wonderful folks. So he says subscribe to you guys' channel. Be sure to subscribe to his. I'm on Twitter at Friar Wade if you want to say hello. And I highly recommend Friar Wade. He's awesome. Okay. All right, so let's see. Do you think you can live stream from any device? Yeah, I live stream from my iPhone. And in the past, before I finish with that live streaming from my iPhone, if I live stream on YouTube or if I live stream on Twitch from my phone, I will use the Streamlabs mobile app, the Streamlabs app, okay? I will not live stream from the YouTube app anymore. And I definitely won't live stream from the Twitch app anymore because they don't give you all the good features that you need to have. Whereas the Streamlabs app, and it's a free app, it's Streamlabs. I've done a tutorial on that, and I'll put a card over here for those who are interested. It's usually on the left-hand side. That's why I've got my left finger up there. And after the video, I'll go in and add a card to remind you, and that's at the 21-minute mark, so that you can go check out that app. It's very cool. So thanks for asking that question, Sharpful Gaming. Okay. All right. And so, yeah, I do, back to Barb's question about, or her comment about not adding the app, a thumbnail, a custom image. I think that's coming. I mean, give them credit. Because honestly, I don't like the look of it now. I agree with Barb. That black with the little profile image, and because I've got my other Twitter accounts using the same, Twitter app, right? I've connected 2 other Twitter accounts, my basic blog tips account and my free podcast host Twitter account. You guys don't have to follow unless you're interested in podcasting or blogging. But if you are, please follow. When I go live from Twitter, it doesn't change to the other profiles because my Eileen profile is my main profile. Even if I'm live on Basic Blog Tips, my Eileen profile pic is there. And even if I go live on Free Podcast Host, I'm talking of the audio live from the mobile app, then the Free Podcast Host account still also has my Eileen profile image. So, like I said, it was a hackathon. So, little things like that. Don't let any of that stop you or deter you. Go ahead and check out live audio, because sometimes you're just having a bad hair day. What the heck? And the guys are like, no, we don't have bad hair days. Yes, you do. Maybe you're in a messy room, or maybe you're out and about and you have low bandwidth. That's another reason to go ahead and use that. And like I just showed you, they are favoring the live. So if you're saying, how come nobody's paying attention to my tweets? Try doing some live audio or, video, but we're talking about audio today. But try to do a live and see. If you start getting a little bit more, you may see the view count. And even if somebody doesn't, give you a thumbs up or heart or favorite your tweet, you got to keep doing it. You may even want to make it a regular show. Like I'm doing digital media updates. Now you guys know every time I go live on YouTube, I'm not talking about news, but maybe you want to do some kind of a news or some kind of an update at a specific time. And then people will know to listen for you every day at 3 p.m. or whatever time you decide to do. I prefer the mornings, but I'm a morning person. And so Sharpful Gaming, he's such a community person. He says he subbed to Friar Wade. All right, so let's talk about LinkedIn. I know you guys probably don't even remember me ever talking about LinkedIn, right? Well, they made a little bit of an update, and so I want to talk about it. Get it out there and get it over with. And that has to do with the groups. Okay, LinkedIn groups. Someone asked me, you guys know that I'm very involved with the Anchor community. And so I did an episode of my podcast over on Anchor, the Anchor Show, talking about the Facebook groups that people can join, to talk about Anchor, to talk about podcasting, to get podcasting tips. And I also have a Google Plus group. A Google Plus group. Yes, Google Plus is still around, and it's called Anchor Podcasters. Okay? So I say all that to lead up to, just remember it. I have to make an announcement. Next Sunday is International Podcast Day. Next Sunday is International Podcast Day. And I had to throw this in here because we're talking about podcasting. This is like the third time I mentioned the word podcasting. I forgot to say this. International Podcast Day is a day where we come together to celebrate podcasting. I am participating in that. It's an official event that is done online. So Sunday at 7 a.m. Eastern, please join me for my presentation, or just join into any of the presentations that are going on over the course of 30 hours. So I'm going to give you the link for that, and it's eileen.link/day. Okay, eileen.link/day, and of course that will be in the description for this video. And let me just note the time that I made that announcement, 27. Okay. So let's get back to our LinkedIn group. Just take a quick look over here at LinkedIn groups and what's going on with them. All right. So let me move it over. And let me zoom to application window. Make it bigger. You didn't know about my Anchor? Yeah. Oh, yes. Anchor Podcasters is the Google Plus group, guys. Anchor Podcasters. So I got to move things around on my desktop, okay? Because things are starting to get a little crowded. All right. So this LinkedIn demo is going to be quick. So anybody who doesn't use LinkedIn, don't think, she's going to talk about LinkedIn. Nope. I'm just going to do a real quick overview to tell you about the new groups. So someone asked me, do you have a LinkedIn group? Because I didn't finish that thought. And I was like, no, because I don't use LinkedIn groups because I hear that they're not all that great. And I remember from when I did try to engage with a group over there, it wasn't all that great. So up at the top right-hand corner, where actually the logo says work, or the icon says work, but it's like a grid. When you click on that grid, you see groups. Okay. Now, lots of folks have complained already since this launched last week that you don't have a way to search your groups. So luckily for me, I'm not in that many of them. So I can just scroll down, find the ones I want. I'll just pop over to the podcasting group real quick. Podcasting Technology Resource Group that was started by Martin Brosman. And you see here that it looks just like the LinkedIn homepage. It doesn't have any different looks the way it used to. Okay? So, wait a minute. Hang on. I noticed that things are just getting a little bit too much there. Okay. Oh, you just joined. Okay, great. Thanks, Andrew, for joining that group. All right. So, you've got your typical, I'm pretty sure this is a chronological timeline of what's going on here on LinkedIn. Then you can now also upload video, which I think is another thing that's new. And they've set aside some hashtags. Now, I'm assuming that these are all the hashtags that have been used in the group prior. You guys, like I said, I don't spend that much time on LinkedIn. So you can navigate to different sections using these hashtags. And yes, hashtags is a thing on LinkedIn. I know that's probably news to somebody who hasn't been over there for a while. And, like, you can use hashtags on Facebook too, right? But they're not good. They're not good at all, okay? Just between me and you, hashtags is all the thing on Instagram. But when it comes to Facebook, not so much. But on LinkedIn, these hashtags are working, similar to Twitter and Instagram. So check them out. Check them out. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew what was going on there. And let's see. Okay, that was Tish just saying hi. Shardful, just want to keep the comments being pinned here. And Tish is saying, lately I've been on there and saw groups. Yeah, they've revamped them. I mean, groups were always there, but people weren't using them as much. And what also remains to be seen is if you're going to get notifications from groups. And it may be something that you need to update your settings. In fact, I'm going to go into my settings. And it does, all right, I didn't see anything personal there that I wouldn't mind showing you guys. And so, yeah, in-app notifications for all groups. Now, that's not what I want to see. I want to be able to choose communications for this group, not all groups, okay? But, this is why people probably don't use it that much, all right? Because I don't want to get notified for every group I'm in. Like I said, I'm not in that many. I want to be able to, just like on Facebook, just select the groups that I want to get notifications from, because I'm not going to get notifications from all of them. Okay? So I do recommend, if you're not someone who hasn't been using LinkedIn, I think it's great to at least have a presence and a profile over there. Doesn't mean that you have to be that active if you don't have time, because, I know that everybody is stretched thin with their time. But you need to have a profile and a presence over there. You may even want to set up a page. Now, I have a page over there. I haven't been doing much with it, but it's there, and maybe when I get time, I can give it some tender love and care. But your profile, you definitely want to have it set up over there so that people know what do you do professionally. Now, mine is all geared toward my work. It is, and I do have some work groups that I'm a member of. So I do want that profile to reflect everything that I do at work. That is my main use for it. I don't use it to promote my things, but I have been posting some of the Better Than Success. That's my daughter's real estate league. I've been posting some of those events there because, hey, you never know. People may want to come. Like, she's got the summit coming up, Women in Real Estate Summit on November the 3rd. If you want to know more, go to Women in Real Estate Summit. If you're in the tri-state area here in Philadelphia, you definitely want to be there. And it's not just for women. It's just that all the presentations are from women. Okay, I want to kind of skip around a little now. And, oh, wait, I got to share this comment from Andrew. He says, by the way, your Anchor G Plus is the 81st community that I follow. Yeah, and you know what? When it comes to communities and groups, Google Plus does the best job. The way you can put things into topics, categories, the way that you can interact with people. You have text formatting over there where you can make things bold, you can make them strike through, you can make them italic. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that. And so as long as Google continues to support it and it's just sitting there, not hurting anybody, you have so many privacy controls over there, and it's not noisy. There's that as well. Okay, so let's talk about YouTube. How can we not talk about YouTube? We're on YouTube. YouTube has made some changes, And I want to make sure you guys are aware of them. And so I want to give a shout out to their channel, the Creator Insiders. Creator Insiders, if you've never subscribed to that channel, go ahead. And I also want to say happy birthday to Tom, even though his birthday was on Friday. I just rewatched that video right before this one because I want to give you some updates on what's going on with YouTube. Okay. Notifications. See, this is why it's always good if you have an app. And I mean, I know YouTube is a huge endeavor, right? But if you have an app, it's also good for you to be a user of the app. Because people have been complaining about YouTube notifications for years. Years. Okay? And Andrew is agreeing with me that Tom is great. Yes, he is. So, it wasn't until YouTube set up this Creator Insiders channel, and they just celebrated 100 videos. So I'm sure it's been about a year, let's say a yearish, right, since they started that channel. So because they saw that their subscribers, the ones who have clicked the bell, are not getting notifications. So now YouTube is paying that some attention. So that's what it takes. So all we have to do sometimes, guys, is just be patient. And maybe we even suggest to some of these apps, maybe if you had an account, you would see what we go through. And so now they have their team realizes what they were doing wrong or whatever, or maybe they hired some people. Who knows? The notifications are getting a big improvement. And he quoted that 99% of the notifications for people who clicked the bell were going through on the Creator Insider channel. So I say to you, my love, click the bell. Click the bell on Miss Eileen Speaks. Ring that bell. And here's the thing. He also shares some statistics about how many subscribers have rung the bell. Now, why YouTube doesn't share those statistics with all of us, I don't know. But perhaps it's coming. Perhaps it's coming. Finally, they got it. And then again, maybe it won't come because maybe they don't want everybody to know that, yeah, most of your subscribers haven't rung the bell. But, that's why I opened this video, and I know most of you guys weren't here when I actually started this live stream, but that's why I said at the very beginning of subscribe and ring the bell. And honestly, I kind of usually wait until the end to say all that, but I'm not going to anymore. I'm going to, because I've celebrated the 1 million views, and a lot of those people that viewed my channel are not coming back and watching more of the videos, and it's either because they haven't subscribed or they haven't clicked the bell or rang the bell. Because we all know it's so much fun to be here when I'm actually live. Watching in a replay is probably cool too. And if you're watching a replay right now, hey, thank you. Leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about watching a replay versus being here live. Oh, okay. So Barb said, right, developers tend to be active on acts through beta, then move on. Yeah. But in this particular case about the notifications, I mean, YouTube has said in the past, there's nothing wrong with the notifications. Because remember, I went to a YouTube, what do they call that? Where you go to the live events. I love live events. Now, I'm not even talking about live stream. This was a real in-person event, okay? Creator Day in D.C. And I got a presentation, and that's where I met Swarthy Daisy, who was here last weekend for the live stream, and she's been here on from some other live streams. That's how I met her. I met her in person down in D.C., YouTube Creator Day, hashtag YT Creator Day. And They talked about it. Of course, people that were there, let's say it was about 75 of us there, and people were there complaining about the notifications, and they gave this story, which is where I got this from, that if you're a person who subscribes to multiple channels and you've rung the bell on multiple channels, when all of those channels put out a video, YouTube doesn't want to send you a bunch of notifications in one day. So they may only send you 5 notifications per day. This is what I was told a year ago, because it's been a year since I went to, because that was in October of 2017. Well, now they're saying, no, that is not the problem. People are not getting notified. Forget this whole business about not sending out too many notifications. If I subscribe to 50 channels and I want to get notifications from all 50 of them, send me those 50 notifications. And so now they realize it wasn't happening and they're fixing it. Oh, okay. I did not realize that. Regina said that Swarthy Daisy is her neighbor. So that's how you found me. Oh, cool. Okay. And Andrew did say that my problem is too many people go live at the same time. Yes. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay. So, yes, I subscribe to 153 channels and I want all the notifications. Yes, that's right. And so now they're fixing it. So, no, I don't know how that's going to roll out to everybody. But something else that they rolled out, which made me take notice of something. You know, YouTube about 3 months ago, they rolled out a bunch of features where people can, Patreon type features, where people can subscribe to channels, and then they turned it into a membership. They turned the wording into membership. And at different levels, you can get perks, you can get fancy emojis and all that. And my queen from the true royal family. Hello, Your Majesty. And Tish said, I concur with Andrew. Yes, 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 yes. I know Tish loves to watch her live streams. So, the other update from YouTube. Okay, so they had, excuse me, they had it set up where folks could subscribe to channels, get custom emojis, and get other perks like maybe private live streams and all that. Well, you had to have 100,000 subscribers. Well, they changed that. Now you only have to have 50,000 subscribers. Hey, they're getting there. They're getting there. Okay, so that doesn't impact me, but it may impact people like Lisa Irby, who was here earlier. And even though I think Lisa probably had more than 100,000, I'm not sure, but it's possible that she's in that range. As a matter of fact, let me go look. And I'm not sure if Lisa's still here. And you let me know, Lisa, if you are still here, if you're in that range where, okay, I'm going to Lisa now. I thought in my head, I thought she had like 80,000 subscribers at one point. So let's see. Lisa has, yeah. Oh, so this is perfect for her. As a matter of fact, let me put up her channel. This is perfect for Lisa. Okay, because Lisa has 93,000 subscribers. She has been crushing it on YouTube ever since I knew her. And so now Lisa, and I don't know if she has to go in there and turn it on. Let me just refresh the channel really quickly just to see if it will pop up. I think she may have to go in there and turn it on so that you can become a member of her channel, because they just, and maybe they're rolling it out, they just Andrew says only 49,847 to go. That's right. And you never know, they may reduce it again. All right. So if they're letting 50,000 subscriber folks in, I'm thinking that the next time they change it, they'll let 10,000, but it would be really great if they went to 1,000. That would be that everybody who's monetized would be able to use, and then that would include me because I'm almost at 7,000. I'm so close to 7,000. But all of you guys are subscribed. But tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. Okay. So what was interesting, what was funny about, not funny, I shouldn't say funny, but there are some YouTubers who are going to be refocusing on YouTube now because of this. And our friends over at Geeks Life and Geeks Life 360, that would be Laria Petrucci and David Foster, they had moved over to Twitch. But because now they're in that group that can get those subscribers, they are going to move back over to YouTube. I was watching their stream when I was at the gym on the other day, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Move back. You got to go where the money is, right? She has a pretty face. Oh, yeah, Lisa's gorgeous, and she's such a sweet, sweet person. If you're still here, Lisa, know that I'm not talking behind your back. I'm talking in front of your face. Love you to pieces. Okay, they need to do something special for those only under 1,000 subscribers. Absolutely. I agree with you. I'm leaving that comment up there because, and I've talked about this in a lot of different Facebook groups too, because I'm in a bunch of YouTube and video marketing Facebook groups. And I got to be honest with you, I kind of get annoyed with YouTube that they only give out perks based on subscribers, because all of the gurus will tell you, stop focusing on subscribers. Just make good content and blah, 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 blah. But the only way you can get perks on YouTube is based on subscribers. Like, for example, I celebrated the 1 million views. And, my daughter was like, oh, because she doesn't know about YouTube that much. She doesn't know the ins and outs, right? And she says, oh, so what do you get? I get nothing. I mean, I get you guys. I get you guys watching my videos. I get you guys coming to my live streams. I get a bunch of likes on my Instagram post when I posted that, the 1 million achievement. But YouTube gives me nothing. They give you nothing for views. Now, they do, as part of the getting into the monetization program, they do look at watch time, not views, but watch time. But they dangle this carrot of subscribers for every perk on this platform. And I don't like it. I think that there are times that they should just look at someone and say, okay, you've been here for 5 years. You get a perk. You've done 100 videos. You get a perk. Because people put their blood, sweat, and tears into these videos. Well, not everybody, because some people are just lame. They just got lame videos. I mean, let's face it, okay? But people who work hard, and even if they're not able to grow a subscriber base because they're not, maybe their videos aren't being searched for, or YouTube is not surfacing their video in search, they still should get some kind of perks. How has the monetization worked now? You have to have 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. So that's what it is now. And I don't think they're going to change that. And I understand that one I do understand. And it goes by, and the reason that they implemented that was because there were some people who were not really in line with what the advertisers want, because that's all about advertising dollars, right? So I'm going to share with you guys something that came across in one of the YouTube Yeah, YouTube, Facebook groups, okay? And I could not believe what I was reading. And I took a screenshot of it, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to give this person, I'm not trying to shame anybody. I just want to talk to you about the mindset of people. This person had 25,000 subscribers. You need both, fairly literary. You need both. You need 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. Okay. But this person has been banned by YouTube, according to what they post over on Facebook. I don't know this person. I don't know them at all. I just so happened to come into this group because you know how Facebook just sends you the notification. Somebody you know posted in this group. And so I went over there, and as a matter of fact, I probably need to leave this group. Not most of the people that are in this group are fine, but it's just I'm in too many groups. But this is what happened. This person posted that they got banned after 3 copyright strikes. Their channel was banned, and they want somebody to help them restore their channel. 3 copyright strikes. And of course, some people, you know, there's all kinds of different experiences. Some people were saying, oh, you know, YouTube, sometimes they give you the 3 strikes in one day. You don't even have a chance to fix it. And then other people were saying, well, you shouldn't have been taking other people's, you know, all kinds of different feedback. And so someone else asked a question that I wish I would have had a chance to ask, but they asked it first. And they said, well, what was the content that you were posting? The content I have was a video about a beauty queen being interviewed, taken from a source on Facebook. I edited by adding an announcement at the bottom of the video about subscribing to my channel. I do that in all my videos. Unfortunately, I did not have permission to use that content. It so happened that another channel uploaded a video of that interview using a different source/camera. When he saw my video, he asked YouTube to take my video down. What the heck kind of copyright infringement stuff is going on, and you want somebody to help you? Yeah, YouTube helped you already. They ushered you right off of their platform. Now, I know that anybody who is here watching this live stream would never do something like that. Make your own content, people. Make your own content. And if you want to add background music, YouTube has a library of images of music that you can use. There's images. There's so many images like this image that I have that I'm using today. It came from Death to Stock. Give them credit right now, but I don't have to give them credit. They gave me the license to use this in any of my projects. Okay? There's so much content out here, and there's so many different ways for people to make content. There's absolutely no reason why you have to steal someone else's content and then want help with doing it. Okay, so Andrew is further clarifying my brevity of what you need for YouTube. You need both 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time in the last 365 days. That I forgot to say, so thank you so much. And so now they should be thankful I banned for only 1 copyright strike. I'm an old newspaper man, yeah. And took it from Facebook and posted it on YouTube. With a thing that says subscribe to my channel. And then people literally subscribe. What? Like, how can you not notice this is copyrighted stuff that he says I do that on all my videos. What? Well, okay. I didn't know how long he was doing that. 25,000 subscribers is a lot, but you know, when he said a beauty queen, and I'm pretty sure this person wasn't from the U.S., so we're not talking Miss America or anything like that. So I'm going to assume that it's from whatever country he's from, because, like I said, I don't know this person. But it was just like, I took a screenshot just because I was in disbelief. I don't, other than just sharing that with you guys here, I don't plan on like sharing it again. I'll probably just trash it as soon as I get off this. So anyway, I just mentioned that just to say, that YouTube is working to keep the platform free of that kind of stuff. And Tish says, fool. He don't even get a hashtag, does he, Tish? Some people are beyond help. Yeah, and they come into a Facebook group and to ask for help. And, even when he typed what I just read to you, it was in all caps. He had been typing previously, wasn't in all caps. So I don't know where he probably took that from somebody else. That what I just read. That probably wasn't his own words either. Oh, gosh. So, anywho, enough of those shenanigans. Tish says, heck no. That's right. He don't get no hashtag. So, all right. Let's see. Let's talk about another update. And if you are using... let's go. Let's talk about podcasting. Let's just get into it, okay? Because I know somebody's sitting there saying, is she going to talk about Anchor? Yeah, I'm going to talk about Anchor. So Anchor introduced these background tracks. And I'm pretty sure I shared this on Facebook, but I know I did not share it here with you guys. So I'm just going to do a test to show you guys how it works. So let's just do a quick look at Anchor. Okay, this is my profile here, and then you can see these episodes here that are not published, because really these were all just tests that I was doing. And in fact, you can see it says 1S, which means 1 second. So it wasn't even a real. Let me make it bigger for you guys if I can. I'm not sure I can on this particular kind of screen share. So it doesn't matter. The part that I want to show you doesn't need to be bigger. Okay, so when you find that little plus icon, I'm not going to go into all the choices that we have. I'm just going to record a little something. Welcome to the Anchor Show. It's your girl, Miss Eileen. Thanks so much for joining me today. All right, so now I can add background music. Now, you're not going to be able to hear it. I just wanted you to see how the library is so many clips, so many different songs that we could that we could add to our background. And it does what they call smart adjust to adjust to the sound of your voice. Okay, so that it doesn't overpower your voice. I'm going to delete that. All right. So that's what's really important and really cool about this. And this is why I am such a huge fan of Anchor. Oops, started recording again. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. I meant to hit the button to bring myself back on screen. And delete recording. Okay. Because they give us tools to record our podcasts. And here's how it changed my workflow. I was using a tool called Voice Record Pro. You probably seen me talk about it before. If you haven't, it's basically just an audio recording tool. And I'm still going to use it because, like yesterday, when I was at the class that my daughter had, Mark Brown, he was the instructor, and he was talking about real estate finance, and he was getting into answering a question, and I wanted to record his answer. So I wasn't doing a live stream, I wasn't doing an Instagram, I just wanted to capture what he said in response to this question, because I've also had this question. I just opened up my Voice Record Pro app. No point in opening Anchor, because I'm not publishing that on my podcast. It's just for me. And I recorded it. Now, this Voice Record Pro app has this really cool feature where I can send it via AirDrop from my phone to my Mac. That's something that's unique to Apple, okay? They let you AirDrop things from the different devices. All right, so that's what I would do. Record my audio, AirDrop it to my computer, open up ScreenFlow, because that's where I edit my audio. Now, most folks don't use ScreenFlow because ScreenFlow is really a video program, but I use that because I like it. Add a little background music, maybe to the front, then a little background music, maybe to the end. I would tweak it to make sure that I skipped a step. After I bring it over into my computer, the first thing I really need to do is take it into Auphonic to massage the sound of my voice. Then I open up ScreenFlow, bring it into ScreenFlow, and all that. So then I would add the music. Then I have to make sure that the ducking, which the ducking just means that it's bringing down the volume of the background music. Just want to make sure it's always right with my voice and whatever I was talking about. I don't have to do any of that anymore. I don't have to bring it into Auphonic. I don't have to finagle with the ducking because this smart background music does it for me. Yes, super duper cool. And it's just saving me time. And, you can also edit tracks on the phone. So here's an example of where you can add a flag and edit. And I'll show you. I just made that recording. All right, let's go back to the phone. All right, so I just recorded what I was just talking about. And so now I'm going to go into trim. All right, and so see that flag there? See that flag? I added that flag to remind me, okay, let's just say I cleared my throat like I did just now, and that's what I want to cut out. So now, this is trim audio. All right, start here and here. And if I wanted to make sure I just ended it right there, that's trimming that off. All right, so now I'm saying save. And it plays it back. Like I said, you can't hear it, unfortunately, because of the way I'm doing this. And then I click save. All right, so, you came back, Sharpful Gaming? Great. So that just gives you a little look at some of the incredible things that you can do with this app. Okay, and so the smart background music, the fact that we can message each other inside of the app. And I know a lot of folks that use Anchor, they're not engaging with each other inside of the app. And I'm here to tell you that's a great way to grow your audience, because someone who listens inside of the app, not only are they a podcaster, or there's some folks that have accounts that just come over to the app for listening purposes. So don't ignore that already built-in audience. I don't know if Anchor is going to continue having that listening piece. So while they still have it, take advantage of it and make friends. Leave messages, ask questions from one another inside of the app. It's such a powerful tool, and it's one that is totally unique. There is no other app that lets you do that. Not a podcasting app. There may be some other apps. You can message somebody on Messenger, right? On Facebook Messenger. But that's not a podcasting app. So it lets you record, it lets you edit, it lets you enhance your broadcast with the background music. And it's a beautiful thing. I think there's one other thing that I want to show you. Let's save that. And we're just going to add it to one of those other episodes that we're not using. Hang on for 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm just going to go into my library now. And I want to show you the split audio. I had to remember how to get there before. Splitting audio is important because you may have that mistake that you made in the beginning. So now that I've added that to my library, that little audio segment, right? You see there's things I can do. Add the music, rename the segment. I can delete it, or trimming, which I just showed you how to do, or splitting. So let's go to splitting. All right, so on the splitting, let's just move the thing there, and I'm going to say split, and then let's just say I want to split it there, split, save and split. That's going to split it into now 2 different segments. Actually, split it into 3 segments. Okay, so just so many different tools that you can use to, just have basically a mobile studio. Of course, it's not this kind of studio production you're going to get when you're inside of a real studio. Of course it's not. But I'm here to tell you, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and there are a lot of so-called professional podcasters. Or I won't say so-called. They are professional if they're getting paid. They're getting sponsorships. They're selling their products and all that through their podcast. There's a lot of them that when you listen to their audio quality, it ain't all that great. I mean, there's a lot that are really great too. I'm not trying to make a blanket statement, but what I do notice, Eileen's super duper cool. Thank you, Tish. What I do notice is that when they bring on guests, the guests have some of the worst audio ever. They're using that Blue Yeti microphone, but they have it on the wrong settings. And in fact, my friend Dave Jackson did a video to show you how to have the Blue Yeti on the right settings. So I'll leave a link in for that video in the description here. A bit off topic, but what link shortener will you be using after when the Google goes away? Okay, I don't use the Google link shortener. So I have done a video here about Rebrandly, and that is my link shortener of choice. Rebrandly, you get your branded custom link, and the one that I have is Eileen.link. That comes from Rebrandly. It cost me $2 for the year, and I think when you renew, it costs a little bit more. I think it costs more like $8 or $9 when you renew for the year. And you get all your tracking. No, I take that back. You don't get all your tracking, not for the free version, but you do see some tracking. But you have the branded link. So not only is that easy for you to remember, for example, if you want to email me, let's see if I, that's not what, wait, let's see, here it is, there it is. If you want to subscribe to this channel, don't forget to hit the bell notification. You want to go to Eileen.link/YouTube. And if you want to email me, hang on, peoples, I got to remember where I stuck the email thing. Alrighty. I will put it up on screen. How's that? And that's going to be Eileen.link. It helps when you know how to spell your own name. But at least I'm saying it as well, so you guys know. Then you want to email Eileen.link/contact. If you want voicemail, send me a voicemail. It's eileen.link/voicemail. And that is all through Rebrandly. So let me make that background a little bit darker here. Change the color of the font because I was not prepared to do that today. There you go. All right. So that is from Rebrandly. I have a video that shows how to do it. And let's get that video. Let's see if we can find that video. And I'm very pleased with it. I'm very pleased with it. They have an extension for Chrome. And the only time that I don't use Rebrandly is for my Amazon, because Amazon is kind of funny when you use their links. So let me grab the link to this Rebrandly video and put it in the chat here. Okay, but I'll just screen share just to show you from the back end. That's the Rebrandly mobile app video. And here, I'll put the link here in the chat. Now, I could rebrand that link. Let's go over to the actual video side. And I'll show you I moved from that room that I was using way back when I made this video. I'm in another room now. All right, so here I have the extension up at the top of the page, and I don't even think you guys can see the top of the page. So let me bring that down. Hang on. Because I think this is a great question, and I know that a lot of folks are using the Google link shortener. And there's even some tools that I have that were using that link shortener. So you may have seen me share a Google link, but that wasn't on purpose. That was just because the tool that I was using to share at the time created a Google link. Because I think there is one in my description. And I'll tell you why I used a Google link in my description. All right, so this is the Rebrandly extension for Chrome in action. So this is the video link, all right? So then I would shorten that. And so if I could remember that I have created a short link, now this is the Rebrandly tutorial. And see, it's already, that link already exists. So you see, I had already done it. So when I shared that earlier, if I had remembered that, then now let's go into the dashboard real quick. And so you can see what it looks like. It shows you the clicks. That is the one piece of statistics that you get from it. It shows you the clicks. And they used to have an integration with Bitly, but they don't have that anymore. So let's see. So here was that tutorial. I got 3 clicks from when I used that short link. Okay, which clearly I didn't use it that much because I couldn't even remember that I made it. So, but it's just, to me, it's so helpful, especially for a podcaster. Okay, that answers that. Thanks a lot. I'll pass on to my peeps. Yeah, and Andrew, it's really helpful for anybody who has a podcast, or, you know, even though you're on YouTube, right? People are sometimes in listening mode. You know, I did that yesterday when I was going to and from my daughter's event. There's YouTube live streams that happen every Saturday that I want to watch, like Ask the Podcast Coach with Dave Jackson and the New Media Show with Todd Cochran and Rob Greenlee. And I want to listen to those. So in the car, I had the videos on. Well, they're talking head videos anyway. For the most part, they're not really demoing anything on screen. And even if they are, I can catch that later. And so when you have a link that it's easy for people to remember, because folks, when they come around here, sooner or later they get to know that my name is spelled Ileane. And so now, once you got that down, Everybody can remember link, and then slash whatever. So for anybody who wants this software that I'm using, EcammLive, it's eileen.link/ecam with 2 M's live. So it's easy for me to remember, and it's easy for your audience if they're out and about, they're driving around, or they've got their hands in dishwater. I feel sorry for you. Get a dishwasher. No, you got your hands in dishwater, so you can't really write it down. But if you can kind of remember, okay, it's eileen.link/something. So that's one of my solutions that I've been using for about the last, because that was the second Rebrandly video that I did. I've been using that for close to 2 years now. I love using that branded short link. It's very, very powerful. Okay, and you have bit.ly/Zoom Talk. Now, bit.ly links, I also have tutorials about bit.ly links, and I used bit.ly links exclusively before Rebrandly came out. Now, here's the beauty of bit.ly links, okay? Everybody knows bit.ly, so people will remember bit.ly. They really will. But what you have to do, Andrew, unless it's just you're sharing it on social media, but let's just say you're talking about it in your YouTube video, or you're talking about it on a podcast, you have to tell people what's capitalized, because bit.ly links are case sensitive. So if I go to bit.ly or bit.ly/ZOOMTALK, all lowercase, I'm not going to get your link. But if I remember to go to bit.ly, that's bit.ly/ZOOMTALK, then we're good to go. So that's the only problem that I have with bit.ly links. I like bit.ly. I think it's great, and they do have robust stats. They do. But you have to, if you're saying the link in some kind of forum, your live stream, your YouTube video, or whatever, and you know people may not be looking at the screen, you must tell them where capitals are or that everything is lowercase, because somebody else may have that link. Now, on the other hand, it helps you out if you go to the link and somebody already has it in bit.ly, then you can change it and, and put capitalization somewhere in there. But just remember to make it user-friendly for your audience, to let them know it's important that you use capital ZOOM, capital TALK, and that if you're someone who's interested in using the Zoom live streaming platform, remember Andrew Hatchett is the Zoom master. He's the master of the Zoom platform. So that's what Zoom Talk will work. Are you familiar with Redirect plugin for WordPress? Yes. Pretty Links. I use that as well. Pretty Links. For example, I believe eileensmith.com will probably take you, eileensmith.com/YouTube probably takes you to my YouTube channel. I do know that eileensmith.com/contact takes you to that same contact page that I told you about earlier, which is eileen.link/contact. I've been using Pretty Links before I was using Pretty Links probably right after bit.ly. Okay, so I've been using that for years. The difference is I got to log into my WordPress to to make the link. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. And most folks don't have their own domain name. Like, I don't know if you have barbtomlin.com. I don't know if you have that or not. If you don't, I would think about registering that. Because once people get in their head who you are, they're going to be looking for you. And, they might look for your brand. Like I had Basic Blog Tips, and a lot of people still know me as Basic Blog Tips. They still do, okay? But I like to use my name just because you just never know what I'm going to pivot into, right? I don't personally talk about blogging as much as I used to. So, like even my email address is Basic Blog Tips. And sometimes when I'm typing it, I'm like, I need to change that. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But yes, Pretty Links is the WordPress plugin. And the other thing that I like about Rebrandly is because a lot of people don't use WordPress self-hosted. They've got, Anchor, or they've got WordPress.com, or they got Blogger, or they just are on Twitter, or, YouTube. And then Google provided that link shortener they had, but God forbid you try to say that on a podcast. If my contact page was goo.gl/ oh no, you can't customize them. So it would be gol.gl/e8742_. Who's going to remember that? That's not a real link, by the way, if anybody's trying to go there. And one thing I love about Google is they give you plenty of warning before they shut something down. So they'd given us at least 9-10 months that they were warning that they were shutting down the link shortener. Now, for example, Google also has a tool called FeedBurner, which they purchased way back in the day. And when I first started podcasting in 2009, that was a thing that everybody was saying. Use FeedBurner to make your feed for your podcast. Well, when Google shut down Google Reader, everybody got nervous that they were going to shut down FeedBurner. Now, I don't even know who remembers Google Reader. That has to be 4 or 5 years ago. And guess what? They still have not shut down FeedBurner. And so people say, well, they haven't been making any updates to the platform. But it's still there and it still works. It still works. People still use it for their podcasts. May not be the best optimal tool to use, but you can still feel confident that with Google, they will give you plenty of time to get your act together and move your stuff to another place. And so I do love that about them. They don't shut down in the middle of the night like some platforms which shall remain nameless. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. And so, right, that is why I try to get both versions. Now, that's a good idea too, Andrew. I'm talking about the Bitly links and me saying how they're case sensitive. If you can, get both versions. Get the ones where there's capitalization and one where everything is in lowercase. Excellent idea. Excellent suggestion. Yes, I have registered Barb Tomlin and Barb T. and over 100 more. Have sold rights to domains for 6 figures too. You go, girl. The domain queen is in the house. Barb T. Domain queen. Oh, no, they don't have that. Yeah, just real quick, guys, those top level domains. Top level domains means what comes after the dot. It used to be just .com and .net and maybe couple other things like .tv, which were always expensive, and they probably still are. But now they came out with .click, they came out with .ninja, .guru, .link. There's a bunch of stuff, and you never know. Like when they start rolling out new top level domains, it just seems like it just comes from nowhere. Like, do you guys do this on an annual schedule, or do you just do it whenever you feel like it? I think it's kind of like whenever they feel like it. The people at the, I believe it's the www consortium or some domain consortium. Big power brokers. You can, .club is a domain, a top level domain now. I rarely hear people using that one, but I did hear someone use a .guru and someone use another. Oh, .co is popular, but I think that was always around. And then there's also domains that are based on the country that you live in. UK is the one that comes to mind first, but now a lot of the developers will use a 2-letter domain just to make their app, quicker to remember. And so they may not really live in that particular country. Like there's a lot of .io domains, but really the company is not based in wherever .io refers to. Off the top of my head, I don't even know what that is. I own some of those dots too. Ones with 3 or less characters to the left of dot, especially. All right, yeah. And I registered a lot of domains, and then I went on a diet. A domain diet. And so I decided that I'm not registering any more domains until I use the ones I already have. And this year I got rid of one. I'll tell you guys one that I got rid of that I just knew I was going to do something with. PhillyLivestream.com. PhillyLivestream.com. Why I didn't do anything with that domain, I don't know. I have Eileen.live. Okay, because the .live domain thing was a real big thing back when we were on that site that shall remain nameless. And, people were like, this is such an important domain to have. So I didn't use whoever they were suggesting to register it. I just did it later on at a different time. And I was like, I should just go ahead and get Eileen.live. But I just use it for an app, a mobile app, but I don't send people over there because I haven't really, it's not all set up the way I would like for it to be set up. But there is an Eileen.live. And you'll go over there and you'll find some of my social media links. But you guys that are here now are already all following me. So, and if you're hearing the sound of my voice, you're probably already following me as well. So I do have some things set up on my, let's see, what do I have set up on my Elgato Stream Deck? I have some stuff set up over here. And I don't know where I went with my overlays. Okay, so guys, we covered a lot of stuff today, and I appreciate you all for being here and for subscribing. But if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and go ahead and watch these other related videos that you see here up on the screen now. And with that, have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you next week for International Podcast Day. Bye for now. Love you.